going to be responsible for the B gap. And we always kind of break it down. What is their run game responsibility versus their pass game responsibility? And so for us, starting right away, they are going to be the B gap player versus the run. So if we do get a run, all right, making sure that they control the B gap. All right, be violent with their hands. All right, do not leave space on a down block from a tackle. All right, we are very multiple for our fronts, and so I have that 45-degree read step in there because we could be moving from a 2-eye to that B gap or head up position 2 to that B gap. And so we want to be able to take a 45-degree vertical read step to get to that B gap for our guys. Again, kind of touch on it. If you're versus the run, no deeper than the line of scrimmage, don't leave any space. Versus the pass, you are the vertical contained rusher. And I think that's key point is being contained. All right, if you are going to run this twist, you got to discipline those tackles to be able to get to contain, all right, as they're getting vertical. For the defensive end, all right, they are second in the twist, and they are going to be the A-gap player in the run. All right, we tell them to be parallel to the line of scrimmage. All right, tight to the line of scrimmage off the butt of the D tackle. We want that defensive tackle to be vertical fast so that we can stay tight and not have a bubble off of that tackle's butt, but stay tight off that butt so that we're down the line of scrimmage in the run fit and in the pass game. And then be strong, control the A-gap. All right, control that gap with your body or his body, right? It could be the guard sliding out to you. You got to squeeze that guard down into that A-gap, or you got to win to get to that A-gap with your body. It could be that center, right? Now you got to stay nice and tight and get vertical right on the center and guard so that you can control that A-gap with your body as well. All right, so here's some clips of it. All right, we'll go from the tight. What I love about this one is number 92 here. All right, he is nice and vertical to the point where we actually end up with a holding penalty, which is exactly what we want. But Jake Holiday, a really, really athletic tackle, number 92, left side of the screen here for you. He is vertical right there. That is exactly what we want. That tackle has no shot at blocking Jake Holiday. The other thing is, guys, being contained doesn't always mean you have to work back outside. Jake Holiday's contained right there. He is vertical. He is on top of that left tackle to the point where the only way that tackle is going to win is a hold, which is exactly what we end up getting. And then you can see River staying nice and tight, right? The running backs are part of the protection here, but we want River to now push vertical. Jake gets held, but he's contained. The quarterback has to start scrambling, right? We end up with an incomplete pass, should have been an interception, but it starts with Jake Holiday. So I'm just going to let this play run through. 92, it's all about that vertical presence, and he does a great job with it right away. And then number 90, River, comes nice and tight off the butt. All right? So even though we don't get a sack, we get a holding penalty, which is just as nice. All right, another one here. Really, really like this one. We'll see it from the tight again, where we're going to get a nice twist. Yes, the will linebacker is going to come off the edge, but you can see the tackle's vertical, right? Doing such a great job where it forces that running back to have to choose, right? That guard and running back are now in the conflict. Our ends coming nice and tight off the butt. The running back's wrong, or they didn't pass it off with the guard, and we get a nice sack here in this picture. Really, really good job by that tackle getting vertical and staying nice and tight, coming clean, finishing with a sack. So again, really good example of vertical presence. Obviously, the will pressure helps keep that tackle occupied and puts the running back in conflict. All right, another one here. We can see it from the tight, where we're going to see the tackle to the right side, again, nice and vertical, and then Patrick O'Connell, our defensive end, coming inside. Jake Holiday does a good job again. He's contained, right? Even though we bring the Sam, all right, if the Sam is out of this picture, Jake Holiday is going to become the contained rusher, all right, because of how vertical he got. But you can see these guard and tackle are now in conflict. They're trying to pass it off. Pat O'Connell was a better athlete than a lot of interior guys, and Pat is going to finish up with a TFL because of him just running that track down the line. But a really, really good job by our defensive tackle. Again, Jake Holiday getting nice and vertical. Pat running tight to the line of scrimmage, finishing on the quarterback. All right. But you can see the conflict that puts that right guard and right tackle in. All right. Another example again, look at it from the tight. Tackle, vertical. All right. He's contained. End, running down the line of scrimmage for a nice tackle at the line of scrimmage in the run game. All right, so this is not just a good pass movement for us. This is a good versus different blocking schemes. All right, tackle vertical and running down the line. Really, really good job in this picture by our two guys.